What is up, guys, and welcome back into the Rams house. Thank you so much for stopping back in. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like Rams content all the time, and just if you want to stay up to date on the latest Rams news, because that is all I do on this channel. I love talking about the Rams. Today we are going to be talking about Matthew Stafford and why he's going to be an MVP candidate and even win the MVP with the LA Rams. So, honestly, I was one of those people who overlooked Stafford when he was with the Lions. I feel like a lot of people did, and they did not pay too much attention to what he was truly doing over there like me. And when we got him, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like, I guess it's an upgrade for sure. It's definitely going to be cool to see another quarterback in here. But man, after I watched his film study and after I watched what he can bring to this team and watching all these other great YouTubers break him down and really see what he's been doing over these last few, or I guess this last decade, and nobody was noticing things like the things that Patrick Mahomes does and like Aaron Rodgers does and all these different types of quarterbacks, we weren't really giving him that attention. And a big reason for that is because he was on the Lions. And yeah, Stafford did great. He had great seasons, but he was never really in the MVP talk because he wasn't getting noticed because he was on the Lions. And I'm not downgrading the receivers, but one thing you got to take away from this is that he never really had a consistent rushing game. He never had that rushing attack that the Rams are going to bring him. He never had a solid offensive line like we do. We placed top 10 ranked by PFF last year. We are the top 10 offensive line there, so we're bringing that offensive line too. And he never had a true defense. And this defense, if you did not watch all last year, we went number one in points per game. We were the number one defense. And yes, we lost some pieces for sure, like John Johnson, like Troy Hill, like Brockers, and like those guys. And those definitely could hit our defense just a bit, but we're not going to fall off a cliff, guys. We're still going to be top 10. And with our new defensive coordinator, I got a lot of faith in him. And so we bring all the elements that Stafford did not have. We bring all those things that were never a part of that Lions team, or if they were, it was just one of those things. And another thing that I forgot to mention was the coaching staff. And yeah, that's a minor detail for sure. No, but we have so much better. We have so much better and like a huge upgrade at coaching staff for sure, because Patricia was not cutting it, and they were going into a rebuild, and Stafford did not want that. We have Sean McVay now, and if you did not know, he was the offensive guru when he came to the NFL. He still is, and I think the thing that makes people think he kind of isn't anymore, I've heard that like he's fallen off or he's not that anymore, is completely wrong. It's because of, it's not all on Jared Goff. There's definitely some mistakes he's made, but it's because of Goff. He was really falling off a cliff. I think we all know that. But this guy is going to have a field day. And if you look at where we targeted some positions in the draft and just the overall players that we have on this team currently, we are loaded on offense. You look at, first off, we have Cam Akers. He's going to bring that running game. Darrell Henderson, don't want to downgrade him too. He's a very good running back. He's very solid. He just got injured near the end of the year. I looked to Akers being more of that guy that they turn to, and then having a rotation of Henderson in there as well. So I can see both those, but I see Akers being more of that lead back, lead horse type of guy. But we got a great running game there. Our offensive line, like I said, ranked top 10. Sure, we lost our center, but I think that the guys we have can step up. And that's really the message that the Rams were saying why they didn't draft, is because they think the guys can step up. And then you take a look at that wide receiver position. You got Cooper Kupp, you got Robert Woods, you got Van Jefferson, you got Deshaun Jackson, and then Tutu Atwell, who we drafted, that speedster guy. We're going to see a ton of different packages, and there's so many different body types and different types of receivers in here that we are really just giving Stafford, and we're giving McVay to just add to those playbooks, add to the formations, everything. And the thing you have to keep in mind too with this is that Stafford never really had, yes, he had Kenny Galladay, but he was injured last year. He never really had like amazing receivers like we do. Yes, for sure he had Calvin Johnson, but he didn't have like a full receiving core that was great. He worked with what he had, and he did great things with that. So you pair that with having an even better head coach and way more offensive weapons on the one team just at that one time, and then just these different types of players. We got Woods, who's versatile for sure, and he can do some of those jet sweeps, but I think that we could see Tutu Atwell or Deshaun Jackson taking that role. And then You see Cooper Kupp, just amazing route runner. His footwork's great, and both Woods and Kupp create that yards after catch. They always seem to come down with the football too. Van Jefferson, amazing route running, footwork. I can't wait to see how he comes along to Jackson, and Tutu Atwell bring that speed. And then obviously we did get bigger body receivers too in this draft too to help Stafford as well. And then when you add the Tyler Higbee to the tight end, that's just a big target. Stafford loves those. So you're already adding a ton of players that Stafford will just have a field day with, and McVay will have a field day with. And you have to remember that McVay never really picked Jared Goff. He came in, he inherited him, he worked with what he had, and I have to say he did pretty well with Jared Goff. In those 2 years, where 2017, 2018, the offense was amazing. I expect that 30 points a game or over this season. Now getting back to Stafford here, Stafford can do all the things you need, and he's great in the pocket, he can move around, he's versatile, and he has all the angles to get the ball in. And one thing that I noticed when watching him is he always puts the ball out where the receiver is going to be, rather than ooh, that's going right on the numbers just barely, or oh, that's just a bit behind, which is what we saw a lot of last year. He puts it right on the money, and he has these tight angle throws. He's got so many different pieces that he never had in Detroit all at one time now. And I think a coaching upgrade, first of all, if he just had that would be definitely a huge chance for him to succeed even more. But that plus a great defense with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Darius Williams, and that all those pieces, and then Raheem Morris, which is a great defensive coordinator. You give Stafford. The reason why the Lions were losing was because the defense was giving up a ton of points on that side, because the defense just really was not that talented. And then with Stafford, he had to make it work with the receivers he had and with injuries and everything like that. He's a tough guy, tough as nails, and he can do everything you need him to do. And now with him being in there, McVay is going to draw up more of those aggressive plays that we saw back 2017, 2018, and add a ton more things that we haven't seen yet, exotic playbooks, and he was even alluding to adding some of the things that the Lions had as well. So there's going to be so many different things that we're going to be seeing, and we're no longer going to be seeing every third down a bubble screen. I'm sure you guys can relate to this. That's what I feel like we always saw. We're not going to be seeing that. That was McVay planning it out for Goff, and because of how simple the playbook had to be for Goff, and make those, we aren't going to also see the zero coverage thing or whatever it's called where they just blitz, because you have to be legitimately scared. This offense can run, and now they got the two burners that can burn the field, and then you have Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods who are versatile and can run routes well. Jefferson, who's coming on, he reminds me a lot of Julio Jones and Michael Thomas, kind of a mix of that. And so this offense is loaded, the defense is great. This is our window to win a Super Bowl. Stafford having all those things, all the talent, trust me guys, he's going to be in the MVP conversation. I feel like I'm not going to even get laughed at for saying that he's going to have 5,000 yard passing and over 40 touchdowns. I don't think that that's out of the ballpark at all. Let me know what you think. All those things together, I think, just contribute to this one thing of the Rams having an amazing year, having Stafford leading them, and getting that MVP vote. But hey, as long as we win a Super Bowl, that's all I'm hoping for. So I hope you guys have a great day. Horns up, God bless. You guys are the best. Have an amazing day.